Hello everyone, Professor Toybox here, along with Jack Sparrow.
Captain Jack Sparrow. I never tire of hearing that.
Sorry, Captain Jack Sparrow. And I'd like to welcome you back to my Atlantis Toybox. Today we're working on the end of level 1 of my somewhat random dungeon crawling adventure, and we're going to be building a pressure plate puzzle. I'm going to use this to open the door that leads to level 2. And so we're going to work on this little area here. I filled this out since last time and added a few colonnades, some vines, some plants and stuff hanging there, and we're going to be building a door here. The door, once it's open, is going to lead into the next level, but to get the door open, I'd like to do a pressure plate puzzle, and so that's what we're going to build today. And so we're going to come in here to the drawer, and under gameplay toys, we're going to go ahead and drop down a couple of pressure plates. And we'll need a couple of blocks to set on those plates. And I'll probably put these down with a replayer so I can put them in several random locations so they're not always in the same spot. To make this easy to test, we'll go ahead and just drop them down here, but I could put them over here around the corner. I've added some vines that you can use and do the rail slide and climb up here, and I could hide one up here that you have to come up and find and toss off the bottom, or I could hide one out there somewhere that you got to go look for. So there's lots of possibilities there. So we've got 2 pressure plates, and we've got a couple of blocks. In order to hook both of these up to the door, I'm going to need a dual action trigger, and so we'll come in here and pick that up. Here we go. And we'll set that down right here for right now. And we'll get to the door in a minute. To hook this up is pretty easy. So we come in here to the pressure plate, new logic connection. When activated, we'll come over here and do input 1 on the dual action trigger. This dual action trigger will not fire unless both signals go through. So once a stone or a weight is pushed on this pressure plate, then both signals come into here, and then this will fire and open the door. And likewise, if they happen to step on this and then step off, I want to go ahead and reset that. And so if they've dropped a block on one of these and then they step onto it and it opens the door and then steps off, I want to make sure that we reset this. And we'll also reset the door when we get to that point. So that's pretty easy. Now we need a door in order to hook this thing up. And so to do that, there's a few different ways we can do it, but the way I'm going to do it is I'm going to put down an object on a path. So I'll come over here to the path tool, and we'll put this about like so. And then we're going to bring this down about like that, which will be the height of the piece that I'm going to use for the door. Now come back in here and we'll set the properties for this. So active is true. Speed, we're going to go ahead and set this to 125. It's not looped. It's not a rail slide. I do not want to auto start the objects when they're connected, because I want to do that when the button takes effect. No visual effect on these things, and I don't need any path point options. Okay. So now, in order to make this kind of easy to test, I'm going to put down a couple of buttons back here. It might actually be better to put them out here where I can get to them. So we'll sit one here and one here. And what I'm going to do here, excuse me, so we do new logic connection when pressed. I want to go ahead and reset and stop. And this will attach the block when I'm done because it's not going to auto start and auto connect to the path. I just set that property on the path properties. And when pressed, I'm going to use this button just to test this before I hook it up to the dual action trigger. So there's our path. And now I need a block to put on this. So we'll come down here to the blocks. And this is a perfect piece to use. So I'm going to stick this over here out in space for right now where it's not going to hurt anything. Once I connect this to the path, this block will move over there, but the toy box is still going to do collision checks on the block as if it were here. So I don't want this to be anywhere near where the player is going to be running around. We'll go ahead and set a texture on this. And let's see. Looking for something metallic. Oh, that looks pretty good. Okay. And then we'll go ahead and attach this to the path. Okay. So now it's on, excuse me, on the path. So now we'll come in here and we'll check the path properties on the door. And I don't know that I necessarily need to set this, but I'm going to go ahead and do that and make it match. So 125. We do not need to orient along the path. All of these defaults are fine. Movement style is going to be one way and stop. Okay, so now we have a door. And now I should be able to come out here and test this. And there we go. So that works, and then I can use this button to put it back. Now the other thing that would be kind of nice here is to play a sound of some sort when that opens. And so we'll come back up here to Gameplay Toys, and we'll look for the sound generator. Not quite sure how far this is, but of course it might have been faster if I'd have gone the other way. Alright, and we'll go ahead and stick this back here for right now. And I want to go ahead and set the property on this so that we'll be able to hear this, because this is going to be a little ways away from where the player is standing. Okay, so now what I want to do is we're going to go ahead and hook up the dual action trigger. So when this is complete, we'll come in here to the path and reset and play. And if either of these are deactivated, we want to make sure the gate goes back. Like so. Okay. And now we've got the path connected to this. When it's complete, I also want to play a sound. So we'll come in here, General, and there's a jail door cell that works pretty Good. Did I pass it? Nope, there it is. Jail cell opening. That sounds pretty good. And I should probably play some sort of sound when we close this door again. General. And we'll try the other. Jail cell closing. Okay, and ditto for this one. And then I think we're about ready to go. So when that's deactivated, jail cell closing. Okay, so now I think that's everything. So I'll go ahead and test this. I think I already found a problem. As soon as I step off, I think I should probably connect that instead to the path. I just realized that as I was getting ready to test this. So probably the better choice here would be when reset and stopped to come in here and do general jail cell closing. Sometimes you just have to play with this a little bit and trial and error, you figure out what works and what doesn't. So then we can come back over to these guys and we can delete that link. And delete that link. Okay. I guess I got a little bit of more figuring out to do. But anyway, let's go ahead and open the door. So we come over here. We'll go ahead and drop this. There we go. And now that's active, as you can see. And if I'm to step on this, it opens. If I step off, it closes again. So that's not going to work. I got to have 2 blocks. So now that's reset. Now we can try again. If I aim properly with my block. Not a very good aim. There we go. That's interesting. Barely got it on there, I guess. And now we come over here. Oh, I guess that one's not entirely on. I'm probably going to have to reset this again. Oh, there it goes. Good. So the door is open. And now we can go on through and head into the next level, which will show you how to connect up to that next time. So subscribe to my channel or sign up to my blog to see what we do next. You can also visit my blog for build tips or logic diagrams for the different challenges that we make. And I hope you've enjoyed this video, and we'll see you next time.